Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. It's February. Let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You look at Toronto, they're hoping to break out from 8th place in the back half of the season.
Well, for the Raptors, they've had some terrific moments this season. But where's the big leap upward that we've been waiting for?
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
Before we get started, we've got just enough time to head over to the sideline. Allie?
Well, Fred VanVleet, a first-time All-Star in 2021, said of his journey, quote, "It's like a movie storyline, just scratching and clawing, all the work and the sacrifices. I'm always going to have this great perspective that allows me to navigate differently and helps me succeed." Brian?
Allie, his toughness and IQ, a big factor for them. Thanks for that. Well, we're more than a few games into the year. How much do we know about this year's rookie class, Grant?
Well, it's still early. We have to remember we might be a half year into a decade-plus career for some of these guys. So I think it's best to reserve judgment for now. An NBA career is a marathon.
Now let's take a look at Toronto's starting lineup. Anunoby and Barnes are the forwards. VanVleet and Trent Jr. team up as the backcourt. And it's Siakam in at the center position. And for Houston, Porter Jr. and Green are the backcourt set. Eric Gordon is out there with Smith. And it's Fernando in at the center. Now here's Siakam. Playing Utah, he was nearly unstoppable. Gordon outside. Down low. Smith. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, what an athlete Smith is. Excellent at rising up to punch it home.
Siakam, right side. The layup off target. Here's Smith. And in the game with Oklahoma City, he did not play well. Trent against Green. With the drive over Trent. And it's Green missing. Here's Toronto with the ball. Their last encounter in Toronto.
Their approach was to draw fouls in that game and put their opponent in a very difficult position.
And as a result, there was a blowout win. You credit them for initiating contact and forcing the officials to make the calls.
And when you watch the way Trent Jr. can take over a game, just a gifted scorer who can explode once he gets going, he's impossible to slow down.
That's good from Trent. And with Trent Jr., he very much is a microwave scorer, Grant.
Oh, he heats up in an instant, B.A. A bit of a streaky shooter overall. I would like to see him round out his inside game to find new ways to score if his shot isn't there.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You are right about that, B.A. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges.
Hey, this team has great confidence in Green's ability to connect from deep. It's really about getting him quality looks.
Siakam in the post. And he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
Smith no good. The Raptors have gone 1 for 3 so far. Anunoby passes to VanVleet. Barnes against Gordon. Back to VanVleet. That's in. Coming off an assist from Barnes.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And here's Porter, doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game.
Nice to see such unselfish play from Green, putting the team ahead of himself.
Here's Van Vliet, following the score by Houston. Siakam outside. Offline with a three.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
On the wing, Porter, guarded by Van Vliet. Shoots a fadeaway. Porter's shot is off.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Van Vliet left side.
And when you look at Van Vliet on the floor, you would think he gets targeted on defense. But for a player his size, he more than holds his own.
And Van Vliet, a very solid defender at his position, Grant.
Not great length, but strong as any, BA. I mean, he has great hands to bother the ball handler and great defensive IQ that makes the most of his athleticism.
That free throw good from Van Vliet. Both free throws good from Van Vliet.
And guys, what I like about the Rockets, they have stockpiled talent. I know they're young, but they focused on getting as many pieces as they can.
Now here's Porter, looking for his first basket, still in this one. Smith no good.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Siakam for three. They get it back. Barnes. Got it.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Houston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Pass to Smith. From 12 feet, chalk up 2 there. Smith's gotten his second bucket. So what do you think the most important thing for young teams like the Rockets?
Well, BA, it comes down to playing time. I mean, Houston has done a great job of playing their kids. But let me tell you guys, nothing substitutes for game time in the NBA. Learning by playing. That's what it's all about.
Now here's Smith. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
For Houston, Bruno Fernando. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. He's off on the second.
No doubt about it. The Rockets are in a rebuilding mode. I mean, and I know it's a phrase we often use, but Houston really has stripped themselves down to the studs.
Now here's Trent. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. Back to Van Vliet. Just 5 on the clock. Counted from distance. Van Vliet's got 7 points.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Well, Clark, one sign that Houston is building for the future has to be all of their young talent.
Yeah, I agree with you, B.A. They're planning for the road ahead. Lots of gifted players on the way up who could develop into a tight-knit squad over the coming seasons. It will be fun to watch what goes on in Houston.
Now here's Trent. Barnes the screen. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Smith with the rebound.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Trent. Outside Barnes. Siakam with it. Van Vliet outside. Now here's Anunoby. The fader. Porter pulls it in.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Green, the pass to Porter. Smith with it. Outside for Green. The Rockets again can't hit. Now Anunoby. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Van Vliet against Gordon. Van Vliet, the pass to Siakam. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And now it seems Siakam is in his prime. How do you see his place in the league, Grant?
Well, I really like him, but he seems to be an elite second option. Not sure if you want to build an entire offense around him, but certainly has proven to be an important piece to a championship-level team.
That's good from Siakam. And a new group getting ready for the Rockets. Şengün checked in for Fernando. Garuba comes in for Smith. Tate's checked in for Gordon. And it's Christopher in for Porter Jr. And he makes both free throws. The Rockets trail. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pass to Şengün. Looking to end the drought. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, I like how focused they've been on getting the opposition into foul trouble, as well as coming through at the free throw line.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
Toronto's gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Now here's Van Vliet. He's covered closely and doesn't connect. That miss makes him 2 for 5. Here's Green. That one's good. This game is all even. Green's got 5 points.
That time the defense all up in Green's business, but he can get physical just like they can.
Now here's Van Vliet. 8 points in his last time out. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Boucher for 3. Rockets with a rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Outside, Green. Can't get the go-ahead bucket. Toronto shooting only 31% to get this game underway. Trent on the wing. Green covering. And again, Toronto no good. For Houston, they've got 6 of 14 in so far. Back to Christopher. To the paint. Outside for Green. Şengün, a screen on Trent. Back to Şengün for 3. The shot that time not on target. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Trent outside. Pass to Van Vliet. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Van Vliet taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. So hits one and misses one at the line.
And they're just hacking away out there. I mean, it's costing them too at the free throw line.
You know, it's one of the things coaches like least is giving away points. I mean, they've been a step late. They've been caught reaching. They've got to tighten things up at the defensive end.
Boucher passes to Van Vliet. On the wing, Porter. Boucher a screen on Tate. And again, Toronto no good.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing, but they don't want to chance that again.
Trent against Green. Pass to Tate. Here's Şengün.
Blocking foul called on Chris Boucher. First personal foul.
Marjanovic checked in for the Rockets. And Toronto also making a switch. Birch is checked in. It's Christopher on the wing, guarded by Van Vliet. Marjanovic. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Van Vliet outside. Trent outside. Here's the three. Outside for Porter. Second chance shot. Garuba with a rebound. Here's Christopher. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Pass to Green. Fades. Here's Marjanovic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a three-point Houston lead.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Rockets ahead, up 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Getting downhill has really been impressive to me, not settling from the outside. They're going right to the rack.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
Well, you ask any team executive, they're all looking for the next Giannis. The problem is there aren't many like Giannis.
That is so true, B.A. Good luck with that, team executives. But reality, look, with the way the NBA game has evolved, positionless basketball is what it's all about. You combine that with size, skill, and talent, that's a dangerous combination, and that's what every team needs.
Kevin Porter is out there with Josh Christopher. Then there's Jayshawn Tate. Then it's Boban Marjanovic. And it's Garuba in at the 4-man spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Up top, Porter, guarded by Van Vliet. Fades back. Yep, that one goes. And the Rockets lead by 3.
Right on the money, Porter Jr. wanting to make an impact and a statement from the mid-range.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. Van Vliet, the pass to Porter. Just 5 to shoot. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Well, the Rockets shooting the ball at 43% from the field. Outside Porter. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Fred VanVleet.
Porter able to draw the whistle there because he's such a dynamic scorer and playmaker.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw no good. When you look at Kevin Porter Jr., Clark, he provides versatility out of the backcourt.
Bringing value as both a scorer and playmaker. BA. KPJ is not your traditional 1 or 2. I think he's more of a combo guard skill set, and his athleticism makes him an X factor. He's very comfortable with or without the ball.
And the second free throw is good.
Well, you know, after he was jettisoned by the Cavaliers, Kevin Porter Jr. getting a second chance here with the Rockets, and they've put the ball in his hands and believe in him.
Now here's Barnes. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14.5 a game. Achua with a screen. Shoots from the block. Misses off the right iron. And Kevin Porter with an opportunity in Houston now to learn from his past mistakes.
Well, B.A., controlling his turnovers, now still a work in progress, but all these early reps will serve him well long term.
For Toronto, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. It's Barnes on the wing. He's covered by Tate. Barnes in the post. He's against Tate. Barnes, no good. Houston in the lead. Tate passes to Porter. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Here's Şengün. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there. Shooting 2.
And he drops it first. Gordon, he's checked in for Porter Jr. Siakam, he's checked in for Toronto. Anunoby comes in for Porter Jr. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
To the inside. Now here's VanVleet. Tight defense on him. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. Looking now at some numbers for Jabari Smith.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
And he makes a first. Both free throws, good from VanVleet.
2-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Here's Christopher. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Oh, wow, guys, this does not look good. We've got an injury here.
Yeah, that type of injury is always worrisome. Hopefully, he's okay.
You're exactly right. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
Boucher's checked in for Siakam. Gordon against Barnes. Over Gordon, and that one hits the back iron. The Rockets have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Outside Tate. Here's Christopher, and Boucher with the block. Up top Barnes. Up and over Gordon. And again, Toronto no good. Houston with the ball. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
And when you look at it, that shooting percentage is an ugly one. Anytime you see it in the lower 30s, you know it's probably a rough night.
Yeah, I can't name a team that's going to find a way to win shooting like that. They never had a chance with the touch they had that night.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, guys, Pascal Siakam's play had dipped for a while after he got the big bag. He said, it was like, you got the max contract, but are you the guy? That's something I really struggled with. But there's still another level that I can get to, and I see myself as an all-star, and there's a lot more to unleash. Brian?
Yeah, just now entering his prime, Allie. Thank you. Toronto trailing. Van Vliet outside. Offensive rebound. Boucher on the screen. Here's Barnes. 6 to shoot. Achua for 3. And the Raptors miss again. The Rockets have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Up top Smith. Guarded by Van Vliet. Smith no good. Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Anunoby passes to Barnes. Back to Anunoby. Achua with a screen on Gordon. Here's Anunoby. It's tipped. Pass to Christopher. To the middle. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
So for the Rockets, Fernando's checked in for Smith, and Green is subbed in for Gordon. The Raptors also with a sub. Trent, he's checked in for Barnes.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. The Raptors shooting a tough 22% from the field so far. Trent outside. Boucher a screen on Green. Oh, they need this! Drained it for 2 points.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Outside, Green. Şengün a screen on Trent. Green, the pass to Şengün. Outside Tate. Here's Christopher. Green for 3. Here's Şengün. Lays it up and banks it in. Şengün's got 11.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Got a hand on it.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
Here's Christopher. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Green in the post, guarded by Trent. And yep, it's good.
They're really working the paint now.
Van Vliet with it. He's got 10. Boucher outside. Trent against Green. Boucher outside. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on Şengün.
Second team foul. At the line for the Raptors, Chris Boucher. At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
They've been impeccable from the line here in the second period, doing what they can to try to build some momentum.
All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Garuba's checked in. And Boucher drops them both. The Rockets have gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. Tate passes to Green. Şengün, the screen. Trent with a double. Back to Green. From the arc. And Şengün gets it to go. Şengün's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
And Toronto calls time here. Checked in for the Rockets. Birch, he's checked in for Toronto. Porter Jr. comes in for Anunoby. Trent, the pass to Van Vliet. Fires the three. It's not going to go for him, and it's Houston the other way.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold, this boy. Man.
All right, time for an injury report. All right, let's send it over to Allie LaForce for an update on Pascal Siakam.
Thanks. I got a status report from Toronto's head athletic trainer. He shared with me that it's a sprain to the elbow. They've got plenty of ice on it right now to hopefully keep the inflammation down. They are going to keep him on the sidelines tonight, and it may be a few more games until he's ready to get back on the court. Guys?
Well, we appreciate it, Allie. Hoping to see him back on the court soon, guys.
They really hope to have him back, but it's so crucial that he's healthy when he returns.
Porter Jr., he's checked in for Tate. We've got 1:48 left in the second. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Rockets with a rebound.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
When it goes in, it looks pretty. When it doesn't, you question the shot difficulty.
Oh, the stuff!
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
Sinks it from distance.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Now here's Trent. It's blocked. Back comes Houston in transition. Porter with it, and it's Boucher picking him up. Green for 3, and it's Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got 4 rebounds now.
just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Green against Trent. Outside for Porter. Screen by Marjanovic. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Really good in the playmaker role. Porter Jr. with the right read in the two-man game there.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. He drops it from range. Van Vliet's got 5 points now this quarter.
Some sick ball skills displayed right there. And he's not the guy you expect to pull that off.
Outside, Green. Up and over Porter.
I don't think you can afford to take Porter lightly on defense. He's really good at getting his hands in the face of shooters on the contest.
The Raptors, 29.
I'm alongside Coach Nick Nurse, and I know you're not too happy with the execution at the defensive end. What needs to be cleaned up?
Yeah, we're making some mistakes on some of the switches. We're making some mistakes on some of the weak side. And then when we did get them to miss a couple, they tipped them right back in. So lots to clean up there.
Okay, it'll be a tough halftime speech from Coach.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first half performance it's been for the Houston Rockets.
We use a lot of hyperbole around here. I can't even spell hyperbole, but I know what we use it. But it actually looks like they're doing just that. Passing drills out there. The ball movement is insane.
Us use hyperbole. We wouldn't do that in a million years. All right, guys, now let's take a look at the possible dunk contest participants. All these guys, high flyers.
I like that we're finally getting into it. There's been a lot of talk. Now let's get to the action.
Man, plenty of anticipation around the dunk contest every year. The fans love it. I love it. So let's go.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. One of the stories here, Alperen Şengün getting it done today.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Well, the Rockets shooting about 47%, a nice number. So for the Raptors right now, Trent Jr. and Anunoby out on the wings. Precious Achiuwa is out there with Scotty Barnes. And it's Van Vliet in at the one.
Oh, nothing nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Achua with a screen on Porter. Van Vliet misses.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. When it comes to Jalen Green now, it's obvious he can score. That's a given, but he's also a remarkable athlete, and his vertical really jumps out at you, if you will.
Now here's Porter. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. And a quick look at how the Toronto Raptors schedule is shaping up. On Sunday, they'll be matching up against Steven Adams and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Wednesday, the San Antonio Spurs come to town, kicking off a homestand for them.
When you look ahead, there are a lot of winnable games, but you really can't think that as a player. You have to take every opponent seriously because this is the NBA. No game is a freebie.
Man, some of the dunks we see from Green, throwdowns are just insane.
No doubt about it, B.A. I mean, this young fella has a bright future ahead of him. He's got confidence. He obviously is a tremendous athlete. He looks like he's got the work ethic that's going to allow him to realize his potential.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Van Vliet. Here's Porter. He's got 6. Smith with a screen on Van Vliet. Pass to Fernando. And here's Gordon. Now Smith. He's guarded by Barnes. Puts it up from 12. Smith no good. Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Van Vliet against Porter. Nifty move. And it's laid in by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's gotten 4 this quarter.
Boy, he sure can fill it up. You got to stay in his jersey.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
Yeah, a double-digit deficit. They're going to have to play better. They need more of this kind of aggressive play.
Green, the pass to Porter. Inside, here's Fernando. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. Porter's got his 4th assist with that last one.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And it's good. 2 points.
He was their top scorer today, but, you know, he really had to work for it. He'll need to be more efficient in the future for this club to reach its full potential.
Van Vliet against Porter. Fader on the way. Barnes with the rebound.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Pass to Van Vliet. Outside Anunoby. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And it's hard to overstate the impact OG Anunoby has on defense, Greg.
Hey, B.A., an absolute terror on the wings. I mean, he has great length, moves well, just one of the best one-on-one perimeter defenders in the league.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. So for the Rockets, Tate comes in for Green, and it's Christopher in for Porter Jr. Good on the second one. And the rise of the internet has helped give players their own voice. But now with podcasts and other streams, Grant, they're also able to monetize their voice.
Yeah, players understand the value of their voice and also how to monetize that. Speaking directly to their fans, to their customers, using these different platforms. You know, I think broadcasters need it. I think you and I need to have a podcast, BA.
For sure. We can't afford to.
That might be true.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Van Vliet. And he lobs it up. The putback.
I love the throwback basketball. Work it down low and set up your teammate.
The Rockets have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. Gordon on the wing, guarded by Trent. Here's Christopher. Pass to Fernando. Gordon on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Picked by Smith. Let's go with a 3. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Achua's got 4 rebounds in the game. Barnes passes to Van Vliet. Outside Barnes. And the ball out of play. The Rockets will have it. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the NBA markets itself behind its star players, but Commissioner Adam Silver understands what makes the game tick. He said, quote, "This is a team sport. In order to truly win championships and compete at the highest level, all the players have to come together."
So true, Allie. Thank you. Achua with a steal. Trent against Gordon. Trent outside. Pass to Van Vliet from behind the arc. No good there, and Houston will come the other way. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Smith against Achua. Here's Christopher. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Houston.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
And, you know, they've done a fantastic job scoring inside as a result, finding plenty of opportunities to cash in near the hoop.
The first one falls. All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Garuba's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Raptors have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Van Vliet, the pass to Barnes. And the layup is good off the glass. Barnes has got 4 points in the quarter.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Pass to Smith. The fadeaway. It's hauled in by the Raptors. And here's Van Vliet. He's got 19. Barnes passes to Porter. Outside for Boucher. The 3 is up. Garuba with a rebound. Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Gordon. With some arc. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Boucher's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Now here's Barnes. He's got 6. 3-pointer, Van Vliet. And no good.
Since hitting 2 triples in the first half, he's been non-existent from out there.
Gordon outside. To the paint. Smith. Ooh, a 2-handed power slam.
Well, we know Eric Gordon is a great shooter now, but he is also willing to make the extra pass.
Gordon against Barnes. Up and over Gordon, and that one's long. For Houston, they've gotten 6 of their first 12 shots to drop in this third. Fires from deep. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3.
You know, when Gordon is healthy, he's extremely effective. I mean, he's a high-motor player. He strokes it well from deep, actually strokes it well from everywhere.
And he's good on the first of 3.
Love the career Eric Gordon has had. It's been outstanding, really. A 6th Man of the Year award winner and universally known as a great teammate.
Marjanovic checked in for Houston. Porter Jr. comes in for Tate. Flynn, he's checked in for Toronto. He hits the second from the line. Clark, how about Eric Gordon? Maybe doesn't get the praise he deserves.
No, I agree with you there. I mean, guys sometimes are underrated or undervalued despite the consistency of outstanding performance. He's been in the league 14 years and has averaged double digits during that time. And when he only started 75% of the games, that's even more remarkable.
And he makes all 3.
And you oftentimes hear about players at peace with their game. Well, that is Eric Gordon, a knockdown shooter with physicality. Plenty of room for that in today's NBA.
Boucher, no good. Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Christopher. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. No good on the 3. And Gordon, the 7th pick back in 2008 Grant. Never quite an all-star, but he's been an impact player at times in his career.
Well, you know, B.A., I mean, he's been a key contributor to some quality teams. And when his shot gets going, you can be in trouble.
Now here's Barnes. He has 6. Christopher with a rebound. And for the Rockets, they're shooting 46% from the field in the second half.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Outside Porter. Screen by Marjanovic. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Marjanovic got 8.
Fantastic job moving the ball there by Porter Jr., understanding exactly what was available when his teammates were open.
Pass to Barnes. There's a screen by Birch. Barnes finds Birch. Back to Barnes. Here's Flynn. Outside Barnes. And he can't stop the drought. Another miss.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Back to Porter. Screen by Marjanovic. Again, Houston.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
The Raptors shooting a low 29% since halftime. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Pass to Birch. Right side Barnes. Stolen. Gordon outside. 41 seconds left in the third. Here's Christopher. Off target from outside.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Looking to end this cold spell. Oh, rejected by Marjanovic. 5 to shoot. Here's Barnes. Garuba with a rebound. Gordon outside. Now Porter. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Houston already up 26 points as this quarter ends. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. Back to the game after this break. a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Boban Marjanovic, and it's Garuba in at the 4. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. And that one's good. Flynn.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Now here's Washington. The D's right on him. Screen by Marjanovic. No one near him. And that one's good.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
And for the Raptors, they're shooting only 25% from the floor. Not great. Here's Banton. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, since Commissioner Silver took over, Grant, it seems the league's dress code is now leaving more, let's say, wiggle room. You good with that?
Yeah, a lot of wiggle room, at least compared to when I played, when it was more of a business casual environment. But I think it's great. Let the players be themselves. Let them be authentic. And I think in a weird kind of way, it endears these players to the fans at home watching on TV.
Like a bunch of runway models before and after every game.
No question, no question.
And he knocks down the first one. Tate's checked in for the Rockets. Good on both. Here's Matthews. Washington outside. Misses the 3. So it's Toronto now. Here's Flynn. He takes it in. Soft touch off the glass. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
Screen by Marjanovic to the inside. From inside. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Outside Young. Has to Banton. Outside Young. 4 on the clock. Here's Hernan Gomez. And the 3 off target. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Now here's Washington. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. And here's Tate. Over Young. No good off the back of the rim.
Now, the defense was far from awful. However, he's still got to make these shots, in my opinion.
Flynn. Ooh, Washington with the defensive effort. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Now here's Washington. Buries it from 3. Washington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Over to the left wing. Here's Flynn. There's a screen by Birch. And again, no good by Toronto. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Washington outside, down low. And finished off by Tate.
And, you know, we can't measure heart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
And Birch slams it in.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Here's Matthews. To the middle. Oh, got a piece of it. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. To the paint. And that one's good. Young.
Young is often overmatched because he's not as big as other power forwards, but he still finishes inside at a high rate.
Now here's Washington. Down low. Here's Flynn. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Flynn's got 6 points in the quarter.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Timeout called. Houston. Take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.
And it's easy to see why they keep getting it to him. He keeps getting after it on the offensive end and putting in that work. He's been getting good looks and shooting the ball efficiently all night.
Man, they've been on the struggle bus here the last few games, so his performance makes it that much sweeter. Fighting out of a rut like that, not easy to do. The Rockets have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Smith with a screen on Anunoby. Gordon with it. Now guarded by Achua. Van Vliet against Gordon. Pass to Trent. Well, Clark, when you joined the NBA in 1982, there were around 300 players. Nowadays, it's over 500.
Yeah, you know, some would argue that's more opportunities, which is factual, but also others would say it's a little watered down now. But there are more good players, so I think it's basically an expansion of the talent level we see across the world. And the world is where the game is played, and that continues to be demonstrated by the number of international players that continue to make a mark on the NBA. So overall, I think it's a good thing to see the number of players expand at the NBA level.
And it's the Raptors with the ball. The Rockets getting their last shot to go. Pass to Van Vliet. Outside Anunoby. Achua passes to Boucher. Clock at 4. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Can't hit that one.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
The drive by Porter, and then Porter with the dunk.
Whoa, storming inside on that drive, and then just exploding. What a jam by Porter.
Achua with a screen on Porter. Here's Van Vliet, and that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Toronto.
The Raptors, Fred Van Vliet, shooting 1.
One shot.
That free throw good from Van Vliet. And in international soccer, we see the worst teams relegated to a lower tier. Clark, do you think the NBA needs more consequences for losing?
You know, I don't think there are more needed, Brian, when you consider the fact that flattening the lottery odds was a step in the right direction recently. And then you think about the play-in tournament as well. I think that, too, adds a level of disincentive for losing. So right now, I think the NBA is in a pretty good place in terms of dissuading teams from losing.
Here's Van Vliet. After the Rockets picked up a basket a moment ago. Pass to Anunoby. Now Porter. Achua with a screen on Porter. And again, Toronto no good. For Houston, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 shots to go during this fourth quarter. Green with the ball. Now Porter defending. Green, the pass to Smith. Back to Green. Takes it inside. Smith left side. Launches it. Drills it from deep. Smith's got 5 points now this quarter.
This is Smith's game. Set him up and he'll knock him down.
Trent outside. Porter with the steal. Outside, Green. Pass to Gordon. Smith against Anunoby. Smith into the lane. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on Gary Trent.
Yeah, showing off the mobility there. At 6'10", Smith is a handful to contain on the drive.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
And just continuing to impress at every level. Smith Jr. was a 5-star recruit, led Auburn to a great season as a freshman, and he's just starting to tap into his potential now.
Garuba's checked in for the Rockets. Tate comes in for Gordon. And Toronto also making a switch. Birch is checked in. So he gets them both. Smith Jr. with incredible upside, Grant. And he's got the work ethic to make it all happen.
Yeah, he really does, B.A. He's a humble guy. He puts in extra time at practice, and it really shows in his skill set. Just very advanced for his age. Pulling no punches, attacking the heart of that defense.
Houston has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Smith. Stolen by Anunoby. Porter against Van Vliet.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Anunoby. 4-3. The Rockets pull it in. Porter with it. Grant, when you see players make that leap from star to superstar, think about guys like Giannis and Jason Tatum. I mean, what is that step like? You did it.
Well, it's interesting. You know, you come into the league and you have success right away, but at some point, everything just clicks. It could be year 4, year 5, year 6, usually in that window where now you figure things out and now you take that next step and become elite. Now, B.A., you know, I'm hoping that things start to click with me in my golf game. It's been about 4 or 5 years there, too.
Superstar status is not in the cards for you on the golf course, Grant. And for the Rockets, their shooting has been good, around 52% from the field.
And right from the get-go, they stood out as the better team. Their hunger to dominate and play for each other was outstanding for the Rockets.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And they earned win number 9. Each win so important in this league.
And this team really wanted to at least split this season series.
Absolutely. I mean, they had this date circled on the calendar for redemption. I mean, you never want to lose 2 games and be swept. It can be harder in an East-West game than playing against teams in your own conference. So this is a big win for him.
On the attack, Green.
Green is really dangerous on the drive, and recognizing that, the defense ended up committing a foul.
Team foul. At the line for Houston, Jalen Green, taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Well, Jalen Green is a product of G League Ignite, and clearly showing other folks there's a new path for potential lottery picks to take.
It's both from the stripe. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Van Vliet outside. And so Houston takes this one by a big margin, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.